Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to XCOM, or OpenXCom, I suppose, to be specific. It is immediately in the aftermath of our, let's say, disastrous terror mission there, and these are the survivors. This is the whole list. Only Rodrigo came back from that mission. So, on the plus side, and there is always an upside, on the upside we got a whole bunch of alien stuff. So here we see alien artifacts that we took from the site since we won, and corpses and alien grenades and stuff. And we see their monetary value. That's right, we can sell everything in this game. In particular, we can sell alien weapons, which we will not probably need. We captured 3 plasma rifles, 5 clips, 8 plasma pistols, 14 clips, 1 small launcher and 3 stun bombs, plus 3 alien grenades. I'm going to keep the small launcher and the stun bombs. I'm going to keep the alien grenades. I'm even going to keep a couple of plasma pistols, because they might be useful. However, most of the plasma pistols and a chunk of the plasma pistol ammo I'm going to sell. I'm also going to sell all the plasma rifles. If there are any veterans of XCOM in the audience, they may disagree with me on this, because plasma rifles do have certain benefits. That said, I personally find the research time and the effort of equipping them and all of that to not really be worth the benefits all the time. I'd rather use laser rifles, to be honest. I'm also going to sell corpses. I don't have any use for corpses beyond 1 to research, so I'm going to sell most of my corpses, and as you can see, we net $1 million from that mission. I'm going to use that $1 million to recruit more soldiers. You may notice, soldiers cost 40 grand each. Every plasma rifle I sell means I can afford 4 soldiers. This is the math of XCOM. As long as you win, casualties, well, they don't really matter much. I'm going to recruit 13 more soldiers, bring us up to 20. I am also going to recruit 10 more scientists to speed up our research. We'll recruit more engineers later on. Engineers are, at this point, our money-making machine. So my funds actually hardly dipped at all despite that recruitment spree. We're only going to be up to 50 living quarters. We can see in the transfers, we have a whole bunch of soldiers and scientists incoming in 3 days' time, as well as some autocannon high explosive ammunition. Manufacturing is still pumping out laser pistols and selling them. If we look at the Sky Ranger, we will notice that some of our equipment is missing. We have the laser pistols still, we still have the autocannon and the rocket launcher. We actually lost the autocannon that was on the ship. I believe it was exploded. We still do have the rocket launcher, and some of the rifles, so we didn't lose all that much. We did lose some of our electro flares and some of our prox grenades that were triggered, as well as a couple of smoke grenades that we threw. So, that's that. Let's go on. Let me leave it on slow for a second while I explain something. Scoring-wise, you may notice we got a score on that mission, which was -40. Poor. Basically, at the end of every month, which will be the 31st of January, XCOM is scored on how well they've done. And what your score is determines how much the council likes you and how much money you're going to get next month. So, getting your score as high as possible and keeping it there is actually really, really valuable. I don't think it explains scoring here. I thought maybe it did. Doesn't look like it. Okay, never mind. So, the aliens also have a score, which is compared to yours. So your score is increased by killing aliens, stealing alien stuff, and preventing aliens from doing things. The alien score is increased by killing civilians, killing XCOM operatives, and doing things. Every alien UFO is generated with a mission, and I'm going to dismantle these hangars now since I don't need them. And if they complete that mission, they get points. If you stop them from completing a mission, you get points. What's my monthly costs? Base maintenance. Okay, yeah, base maintenance did go down. There was a bug in the original XCOM that OpenXCom fixed, whereby you would keep paying for squares that weren't occupied if you disabled a building there, if you destroyed a building that was built somewhere. But, like I said, that looks like it's been fixed, so I'm not paying for dirt over here. In any case, yeah, okay, finished the hangar, the large radar, great. So my radar range has now expanded. So, basically, by stopping that terror mission, even though I only scored -40 points, I prevented the aliens from scoring any points for it. Which means that the score comparison is likely to go my way, since I did shoot down another UFO. Of course, aliens score points for UFO missions even if you never detect them. So there could well be UFOs flying around that I can't see that are completing missions and scoring points for the aliens. You can go into graphs here, and look at UFO activity. It's not terribly useful right now because it's only January down here. You can see there was a tiny little bit of activity in the Arctic and in Antarctica, interestingly. Some in South America, much more in Europe, where we are. A little bit in North Africa, a lot in Southern Africa. That was that terror mission in Johannesburg. A little in Central Asia. These are probably just flybys. Those probably don't represent actual alien missions because they're very low. Probably what this means is that scout, there was a mission in Europe that we may not have detected, or it may have been that scout we shot down, and then there was the terror mission in Johannesburg. We can also look at UFO activities in countries. You can see there was a little bit in Russia, flybys in UK, France, Germany. These are all the countries that are on the funding council. Australia, a little bit in Australia. There must have been a flyby down there as well. Terror mission in South Africa. Okay. These graphs can be very useful. These also give you XCOM activities. So we can see in South Africa, yep, XCOM activity. XCOM activity by country. We can see our income and the income that we get from each funding nation. This kind of tells you what your priorities should be. You can see South Africa is kind of a mid-priority. The highest priority is UK and... what's that pink line up top? It's not South Africa. What is that pink line up top with the US? It's not Canada either. It might be Nigeria? It's not Nigeria. It's Japan. The US and Japan are your two highest priorities. In any case, we're going to finish out the month. We've found another small UFO. We are going to send up the interceptor to bounce that. We're not going to go attack them. In fact, we're going to shoot them down over the water. There we go. Come on, go down. Thank you. So when a UFO crash lands in the water, it's automatically destroyed. You don't have the option to recover it, so you don't get any money or anything. But you do at least get the points for shooting it down and stopping it from accomplishing anything. So there's that. Soon we should get our new recruits, and then we will name some more people. Yay, here we go. Time to name some folks. So our last recruit was Adrian Shepard. So consulting my little list, we have Warhammer 651. And Warhammer is, wow, this is the most even stat spread I think I've ever seen. Warhammer is a heavy weapons trooper. He has decent strength. His accuracy is abysmal. Just awful. Reactions, pretty good. Bravery, pretty good. Health, low. Wow, Warhammer, I'm definitely not giving you a direct fire weapon, but at the same time, I cringe to think of what you will do if I give you a rocket launcher. I may just use him as a meat shield, actually. After Warhammer, we have good old Luke Danger. Luke Danger is the best sniper we have seen to date, and also he's brave. His reactions are very low, unfortunately, so we won't be getting any reaction fire. But on my turn, Luke Danger could kind of be lurking around the backfield to take pot shots. A much coveted position, because the odds of being shot are fairly low. We've got Adipose 1913. Perfectly fine. High strength. Decent accuracy. We've got Dartimus, who has extremely high reactions, super high reactions, decent accuracy, and is a coward. An absolute coward, which is terrible in somebody who has high reactions, actually. Then, after Dartimus, we've got GPC Garag. GPC Garag has super high bravery, decent accuracy, and is middling otherwise. We've got Trip Fields, good old Trip Fields. Seen him around the channel for quite a while. How you doing, dude? Good stats. Very high strength, very high bravery, very high reactions. Low time units, but that can be worked on fairly easily. Firing accuracy, mediocre. Great scout. Or possibly a close weapons trooper, close combat trooper. We've got Civid, or Cived, also a great scout. Look at the two of them. They are like peas in a pod. High reactions, decent accuracy, very high bravery. Civid has a lot more stamina, so he can run further carrying a lot of stuff. We have... what is that? I'm trying to read my own writing, and it's hard. Zergebk. who has good firing accuracy. And wow, these three are super, super solid. The only thing I would want more from him would be more strength, but seriously, Trip, Civid, and Zerg, or I'm just going to call you Zerg, dude. Trip, Civid, and Zerg are, like, the all-stars so far, which of course means they'll be shot. I'm not even going to pretend they won't. Mazlog, very high reactions, otherwise mediocre. Good throwing accuracy, though. Drunut, or Drunut, high firing accuracy. Orsai, another veteran of the old Let's Plays. High reactions, high bravery, high strength. Low time units, probably a heavy weapons trooper, although, well, the thing with high reactions is you don't actually want to give a rocket launcher to someone with high reactions, because it means if you leave them any time units, they might take a snapshot during the alien turn, and taking a snapshot with a rocket is usually a terrible plan. Then we have Africanus. You asked for Gaston Africanus, but we already had a Gaston. He's dead now, so we're just going to call you Africanus. Terribly, terribly cowardly, wretchedly cowardly once again. Good time units, good stamina, decent accuracy, okay strength. We've got Withersoul, who has good accuracy and very good reactions, also a coward. We'll put you up front, where you can die bravely. And that is our new roster. In the research department, we're going to put all of our scientists onto the laser rifle. And let's go back to advancing time. Hopefully the points we get for shooting down that other small UFO will put us in the positive. We have finished researching the laser rifle. So, I didn't mean to... we want to look at that weapon. So we've opened up a whole bunch of new research options. Pretty much everything in the game can be researched, everything you can capture. So I can research alien grenades, plasma pistols, small launchers, and the corpses. Not going to bother with the corpses yet. We are going to research medikits. That's right, now that you've survived a couple of missions, well, now that Rodrigo has survived a mission, we will deign to begin researching medicine. And we can produce laser rifles. We're going to take everybody off laser pistols for now. And we're going to swap to producing laser rifles. And we're going to produce a bunch of laser rifles. Probably 20 to start off with. It will take more than a month. We need more engineers. But UFO PD is what I need. Looking at weapons. Let's look at the rifle. The rifle has 30 damage, 35% accuracy on auto, 60% on snap, 110% on aimed. The laser rifle has higher auto fire accuracy, the same snap accuracy, I believe. Higher snap accuracy, actually. Lower aimed accuracy by a little bit, but it does twice the damage. And its TU cost, I believe, is lower. Yeah, it can fire 2 aimed shots in a turn if you don't move, as opposed to the rifle firing only 1 at slightly higher accuracy. So the laser rifle is basically one of the best weapons in the game, considering that it doesn't use ammunition. It's accurate, you can shoot it quickly, you can put a lot of shots on target, and it does decent, acceptable damage. This weapon stays useful until almost the end of the game. For squaddies, because you don't have to have any ammunition for it. Okay, we've got another UFO there. Let's see if we can bounce him with Interceptor 1 here. Come on, get him. Getting him over the water is acceptable, but getting him over France is also fine. Okay, that's a hit. And a crash land. Okay. So we've got soldiers. We don't have much by way of gear. Let's equip the craft. Rodrigo can't go, so we're just going to go down the list. Also, we have not replaced the tank, so if we go in, which we are going to go in, we could use an easy mission. Easy mission. Horror. So we're going to be going in with 14 men instead. We've got 10 laser pistols. We are going to put in the autocannon with some high explosive rounds, a couple of AP rounds as well. We've got 1 rocket launcher, so that's 2 heavy weapons. Probably need all 7 rifles, so that's 9. Then we're going to have a couple people with just laser pistols. That's fine, we can give scouts laser pistols. Yeah, let's go in. And the thing I regret is that I don't have an alien containment built yet. I'm a little low on funds to do that. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to move a couple of engineers away from laser rifle production and start up a round of laser pistols for sale. They'll make me a little bit of money. After this mission, with the money that I get from selling things, I'll hire more. Actually, I may hire more engineers now. They just cost so much money. Let's hire them. And we are going to go bounce this UFO with our Sky Ranger here. So, this is a crash site, which means there's going to be a UFO on the map that has been shot down and is damaged. So exercise caution, there may be operatives in the UFO or around the crash site. Mission will be successful when all enemy units have been eliminated or neutralized. Recovery of UFO remains, artifacts, and alien corpses can then be initiated. Okay, we've got Kim Hulk up front. She's got decent accuracy. We will give her a rifle. We're also going to give her a smoke grenade because I believe she should be the first one out. This is... oh dear. I've just forgotten. This is a daytime mission, I'm almost certain. So she shouldn't need electroflares. Darker Mist. Low weight, low reactions. Rifle. High accuracy, Gretel Ostrich. Also not 50 reactions. 50 is generally my cutoff for pistoliers. Don't need that. Do need a smoke. Accuracy 56. Okay, so we're going to give you, since you have 36 strength, we're going to give you a rocket launcher, laser pistol sidearm, and a prox grenade. We'll give you a rifle. All the usual gear. You still only have 45 reactions. We'll keep handing out rifles. We are also going to get you, Warhammer. Yeah, I'm going to give you the autocannon, and I'm going to load it with explosive rounds because I hate everyone downrange. And I'm also going to give you 1 pack of AP rounds. Luke Danger, you are definitely a sniper. You are going to be sitting in the backfield plinking away. We will give you a smoke grenade just in case. Adipose. Well, who has high reactions? Dartimus. Dartimus has high reactions. So you get a laser pistol, you get a prox grenade, you get another prox grenade, and you get a stun rod. So the stun rod is a melee weapon you can use to try to stun aliens. If you're really close, it takes fewer TUs than trying to shoot them in some circumstances. Well, I don't have an alien containment. That's right. Never mind. No stun rod for you, Dartimus. However, I will give you one of those as well. And since you're... oh, those are heavy cannon rounds. I don't need those. My heavy cannon's been destroyed. Make sure, yeah, I gave Warhammer all the right stuff. Adipose. You have low reactions, but you're also not very accurate, so we're going to give you a laser pistol for the spray and pray qualities. Garag. You get a rifle. You get the last of the rifles, actually. And a couple grenades, and Trip Fields. Everyone else, from this point out, gets pistols. Civd, you get a pistol. Zerg, you get a pistol. And then we get back to Kim. We should have somebody who has spare weight carrying extra autocannon rounds just to get... well, no, I won't really need them. This is going to be a short mission, he says. So, the first thing we're going to do, since we don't have a tank, we're going to prime and throw a smoke grenade right at the base of the ramp. And then you can prime that smoke grenade and throw it a little further out. And then we're going to end the turn. So, the reason I do that is because with the aliens having full-time units, walking out on the first turn is often a death sentence for the first person out. And by throwing the smoke grenades, we provide some visual cover. It is daytime, which means we are at least going to be able to see as far as the aliens can. We heard some door noises, which probably means there are aliens in some of these farm structures here. Kim, move down that way. What's your accuracy? 59. Just watch for now. We are on the edge of the map, as you can see here. We don't see... there's a corner. And the map is usually there, so probably the other corner is right down here. So we don't have to worry about being flanked from this side, which is good. Gretel, you have pretty good reactions, actually, so you go down there and Neil. See if you can get a pot shot. Alexander Hop. You go down here. I am actually going to put the laser pistol in your hand. Darth Daka. Are you any good? Yeah, you're pretty good. You're okay. Sorry, I'm going to be checking stats a lot just because I have a hard time remembering what I've seen. Okay, so there's an alien. Darth Daka can see him. Gretel Ostrich can't see him, which also means he can't see her. I need Darth Daka to move down one space, but having spotted him, we can open fire. Okay, no hits. That's okay. Darth Daka. You've got 29 TUs, which means you could take 1 auto shot or 2 snapshots. Let's take 2 snapshots. Oh, you turned. Shoot. Turning does cost some TUs, of course. Adrian Shepard. Do you have enough TUs for an aimed shot? No, it takes 46. That's the problem with aimed shots. They just take so much time. Kim, Alexander. Since he is kneeling, we can probably fire over his head. But I would prefer to take one more step forward. That does put us in vision, but I think he's used up his TUs moving. Okay. So that alien is gonna be a problem. A problem that Warhammer may be able to solve for us, since he does have a solid backstop. Yep, let's do it. Automatic high explosive fire. Well, you almost killed us. In fact, you hit Darth Daka and probably killed him. Okay, so Warhammer, good job shooting the alien. I appreciate it. You should have checked your fire. I mean, I know you physically can't because I told you to fire 3 times, but we're just going to pretend that wasn't my fault. And the point of what I'm saying is, please don't do this. So, if we look at Darth Daka, you may notice his stats have gone down. He's taken 2 fatal wounds, and he has 13 health. What this means is he's going to lose 2 more health every round. So he has 7 rounds before he dies. Which means that Warhammer has now given us a time limit. If we want to keep Darth Daka alive, which I do, I would like all of my soldiers to survive. I just acknowledge that it's almost certainly not going to happen. But if we want Darth Daka to survive, we have to finish the match in 7 rounds. Full disclosure, not going to happen. The odds against that are fairly astronomical, to be honest. We haven't even found the UFO yet, so finishing the fight in 7 rounds from this point, highly, highly unlikely. So what I'm saying is, Darth Daka, if you'd like any last prayers or something, now might be the time. He's moving out of the smoke cloud, which is a little bit dangerous. These last 4, we're just going to move up to the edge of the plane and not have them actually leave. What we are going to do with their spare time units, however, is prime their smoke grenades, which is a handy little ability. It means when they die, the smoke grenades will just go off and give whoever's behind them some cover from the aliens. Okay, so that was some aliens coming through some doors. Darth Daka, yep, down to 11 health, you can see there. Warhammer, we definitely don't want scouting. Darth Daka, you've been promoted to scout duty, on account of you're going to die anyway. So, we did hear a door opening. Yeah, crouch behind that fence, just in case. We're now going to engage in classic XCOM scouting techniques. By which I mean we're blowing up all of the walls that stop us from seeing whoever's behind them. Let's move Dardamus forward. Don't see any aliens. Can he get to cover at all? He can get into the wheat, which gives a little bit of cover and makes movement a little bit harder. Warhammer, I don't want to move yet because he's a heavy weapon trooper. Let's move Kim up and crouch. Move Warhammer up and crouch. We're just kind of spreading out right now. Adrian Shepard. There's the UFO. It's up this way. So that is the direction in which we should focus a good deal of our attention. Not all of our attention, because that is a good way to get shot in the back by the alien we didn't see who was in the buildings. But Adipose, Luke Danger, and Adrian Shepard will watch in that direction, in the hope that if an alien suddenly pops up yelling, "Surprise!" they'll be able to shoot him before he can cause any terrible, terrible damage. We are going to split up, and I know a lot of people say never split the party, but in XCOM you kind of have to. We're going to send Garag and these other 3 that I just mentioned up north towards the UFO. Trip Fields is going to join Alexander Hop, Darker Mist, Kim Hulk, and Warhammer in moving in this direction to clear these buildings and the farmhouse. So Trip, get down here behind that wheel. I'm fairly certain that no one is down here in the corner, being that that's the corner of the map. So you'll have some cover from any shots coming from the house. Civid, you join the northern flank. With that much smoke, hopefully anyone coming out of there can't see you. And Zerg, you move straight outwards and crouch there. Darker Mist, you kneel down there. You might be the most exposed at the moment. And Gretel Ostrich, I don't want her sitting there completely on Overwatch because any snapshots she takes will probably kill somebody. By which I mean somebody I don't want killed. Alexander, load your rocket launcher, please. And what we're going to do is we're going to clear that house by fire. So we're going to move Alexander up there, have him kneel. We're going to fire a rocket through that wall to impact that wall to blow up all these walls. Next turn. Darth Daka has spotted an alien. Excellent. So now we can use classic scout sniper tactics. Adrian Shepard, kneeling way back here, who has no line of sight, can fire some either snapshots or aimed shots. You're pretty clear of the line of fire, so I can go with snapshots. No line of fire, stand up. Yeah, the wall was blocking my line of fire. Okay, good shot. Also, in the instant you saw that guy turn around before he fell down, that sectoid, you may have noticed he was carrying a gun we haven't seen before. That was a heavy plasma. Heavy plasmas are super bad news. By which I mean they're the most devastating, individual carryable weapons in the game. And I want some, but I don't want the aliens to have any, which is a little bit paradoxical, I know. Luke Danger, we're going to rush you up a little bit. In keeping with your name, you're in pretty good cover because you have a stone wall. Adipose, we're going to rush you up there. You're in good cover from the UFO side, but not from the south. Dartimus, you go down there. Garag. Yeah, get over there. Trip. What a trip, man. Trip, you move up that far to where you could possibly get covering shots. I like this. I like having this this block of cover there. Zerg. What I'm worried about is an alien who's back here, running down this way and taking shots through the window. If he does that, I might be in serious trouble. So Zerg, just kneel there to take shots. Kim, stay where you are. Darker Mist, move up there and stay where you are. Gretel Ostrich, I like having this wall, so I think Gretel is going to hide behind that corner of the wall. And Adrian Shepard is staying where he is. Warhammer, I really don't want an explosive autocannon in the close confines of the alien ship, but an AP autocannon is actually a pretty decent weapon in those circumstances. So what I'll probably do is I'll move him up, and then I'll swap him to AP rounds as he gets close to the ship. So yeah, let's go up there. Alright. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Good hit, but... Okay then. That could have gone better. It also could have gone worse. That appeared to be the last alien. There were none in the UFO, which is weird. However, that last alien got fantastic revenge by throwing an alien grenade. Alien grenades have a very, very wide area of effect, and when we have no armor like this, if we had personal armor, at least 2 of those people would have survived. As it was, well, less so. Still, we got a positive score, so you know what? I'll take it. Rodrigo has been promoted to captain in recognition of his great achievements in the sickbay, and Adrian Shepard, who survived that grenade but was knocked unconscious by it, has been promoted to sergeant in recognition of his ability to shoot aliens in the head. So, that was a thing. That's XCOM. It just happens. People get killed by grenades from beyond visual range. So, 2 heavy plasmas, definitely going to keep those. Going to sell the plasma rifle and the plasma rifle clip. Also going to sell a few more plasma pistols and plasma pistol clips. We're also going to sell the mind probes because they're useful, but not much. I'll keep one. I'll research it later on to show you guys what it does, but we're going to sell all of those. We're going to use some of the money to build an alien containment, and we're going to take some of the rest of the money to hire some more engineers and scientists. And in manufacturing news, we're going to assign... Don't have any more engineers yet. Okay. Alright, so we got 120 positive points. However, we lost $3,000 in funding. Russia and Spain have increased their funding, but South Africa has decreased it. Because, you know, a South African city did get burned down and a whole bunch of civilians massacred, so, wins, losses, but we ended up with about 2 million more money from that, which we will take. We will buy, let's buy 10 more soldiers, actually, and then 6 more scientists, and 10 more engineers. We also need to replace our rocket launcher tank, get some more heavy weapon platform rockets, and since we're running low, we need to get more avalanche missiles. And that's most of our money. We can look at our soldiers real quick. Rodrigo's still in sickbay. Adrian Shepard has increased his stamina and his strength, and 1 more time unit, it looks like. Warhammer has gotten more strength, a little bit more health, and a tiny shred more firing accuracy, which is always nice. Adipose has gotten more stamina and more time units and a little bit more health. And Dartimus has gotten a lot more brave. Good job, Dartimus. I knew you could overcome your cowardice. And some more stamina. Not bad. Not bad, all told. We do have some squaddies now. Squaddies are basically rookies who have survived a mission and wounded an alien. Until you do that, you're a ruck. We're going to put a few more troops in there. I have 1 space available. Good thing I've got all those new soldiers coming. Pass some time. Alright, we've got our engineers. We will set them to manufacturing laser rifles. Cut the time on that. We've only produced 1 so far. We've got some more scientists and yet more engineers. Also going to be, well, we'll make 15 laser rifles, 5 laser pistols to make a little bit of money. And research-wise, we're going to put these other 4 on medikits. And more soldiers, more scientists, more engineers. So, 10 making money, 20 making weapons to actually use, and 30 scientists researching medicine. So, soldier-wise, we stopped at Withersole. So, let's name the rest of these guys, shall we? And yes, I am front-loading soldiers, because I know what'll happen to them. Okay, so we've got Piper. Good old Piper. Very high firing accuracy. Otherwise, pretty middling. After Piper, we have... Let me see. James Archer. James Archer is another really solid all-around. High firing accuracy, high reactions, high bravery, high stamina. Decent strength, even. Then we've got... Marek Kane. Oh, nope, need to capitalize that K. Marek Kane has decent firing accuracy, overall Midland, pretty decent, acceptable. Robert Crusader. Robert Crusader is insanely brave and accurate, and has pretty good reactions. Not quite like high-level scout level, but pretty good reactions. Now, next we have Exalted. Exalted has fantastic firing accuracy, which is the only real notable thing. Lots of time units, too. High time units is always good. Can run fast when everything goes downhill. We've got It's the Gopher. And It's the Gopher, It's the Gopher kind of sucks, to be honest. Sorry, dude. Cowardly, low firing accuracy, low throwing accuracy, middle and low health. Yeah. Sucks to be used sometimes. We have the inimitable Gus, who has really good firing accuracy and pretty good bravery. We've got Lobster Man. Don't ask Lobster Man any questions about his background or why he smells of fish or where the special red carapace-like armor comes from. If he touches you with his antenna, it's friendly. It's part of his culture. You wouldn't understand. Lobster Man might not be with us long, but we'll see. He's got decent time units. He's got high strength. He's very strong. The shell, I think, does slow his reaction speed, and it's really hard to aim a gun accuracy when your hands are, pincers. And we have here, see if I can read my own writing once again, Cedratic. Oh, nope, that's an S. There we go. He's really good, or he would be if he wasn't such a chicken. Hopefully that can come up a little bit. And we have Petavas. Petavas is also pretty decent. Very high bravery. Otherwise, stats middling. And then we are back to Rodrigo de Armas, our good captain who was promoted in the sickbay. He still has 6 days to go before he gets the bandages off his face. So there's our army, and a nice little army it is. We're waiting for the rocket tank before we want to really take on anything else. How long will it take to get here? 1 more day. Okay, we can wait 1 more day, hopefully. There's the rocket tank. You definitely want to deploy with a rocket tank in the early game. We are going to take off. Who deserves being taken off? Well, we'll just take off the last couple. And equip the tank. In equipment, we are going to put our 3 laser rifles on board. We're not going to take any other weapons away. Well, we only have 10 soldiers, so 3 laser rifles, and then we're only going to need 4 standard rifles. Let's pass a couple more days, just to see if anything fun happens. We found another small UFO, which we are going to send. Let's send Interceptor 2 this time. He hasn't gotten any action yet. Send Interceptor 2. Where's he going? Let's see if maybe he sets down. I think we have time for 1 more mission if it's fairly brief. If he leaves the UK without setting down, I'm just going to have to shoot him down. Yep, let's shoot him down. These UFOs are a little bit tough, aren't they? There we go. Okay. Any more laser rifles? Yes, we're up to 8 laser rifles. Okay, so standard laser rifles are gone. Standard rifles, rather. Laser rifles are now our sidearm of choice. We've got our ammunition for the rocket launcher and autocannon loaded. We've got laser pistols. We've got laser rifles. With 8 laser rifles and 2 heavy weapons troopers, we actually only need 2 laser pistols. Everyone will be using laser rifles who isn't a heavy weapons soldier. While we're in the base screen, I am going to sell off our chemical rifles to get them out of storage. I'm also going to sell off our heavy cannon ammunition and our small rockets. We will take this time to purchase a few more large rockets just to have them in stock. And let's go hit this crash site. Hopefully we won't lose 4 people on the last turn. Oh, we just finished researching the medikit. Boy, that would be nice to have on this mission, wouldn't it? Too bad. So the medikit, you can heal fatal wounds, which will cure fatal wounds and restore a little bit of health. You can use stimulant to revive unconscious soldiers, and you can use painkillers to restore morale up to a maximum of a soldier's lost health. So it doesn't work on people who haven't been hurt. We are then going to switch our research to... There's a couple of strategies we could take here. We could research alien alloys, which would unlock armor and future UFOs. We could research alien grenades, which would let us give back some of the explosive pain we've been suffering. We could research heavy plasmas, which would skip us straight to the endgame rifle weapon. Or we could research small launchers and stun bombs, which would open up the ability to take alien captives at relatively low risk. I'm gonna go alien alloys first, because a little bit of personal armor would definitely be nice to deal with those glancing hits. For manufacturing, we've got enough laser rifles for now. We're gonna reduce that in priority and manufacture a few medkits. Like 6. Let's manufacture 6 medkits. Okay. Let's run this mission, see how well we can do. Gretel Ostrich, so you may notice people tend to keep their equipment if they can. So Warhammer's kept his gear. Luke Danger has not because he had a rifle, so we're going to give him a laser rifle and a prox grenade. Adipose is fine. We'll give him another smoke bomb. Dartimus, actually, take that away, give you a rifle. Adipose, likewise, we'll give you a rifle because we can afford to hand him out. Now, who was my rocket launcher trooper? I think it was Trip Fields, actually, because you have 39 strength. You have high reactions, though. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Trip. So, Trip gets a rocket. He gets another heavy rocket. He gets a laser pistol as a sidearm. And he gets a grenade for defensive purposes. Garog gets a laser rifle. Dartimus already has a rifle. Is everybody armed? No. Gretel gets a rifle. Drunut gets a rifle. And some gear there. Maslog gets a rifle. Civid gets a rifle. And a prox grenade. Who doesn't have a weapon? Everybody has a weapon. Everybody has grenades, except for Warhammer. Okay, I think we're solid. It is, unfortunately, a nighttime mission, so we are definitely going to want Gretel to smoke us out once the tank rolls. Okay, well that tells us something. So, there is a sectoid with a heavy plasma just standing there looking straight at the ramp. We are going to... I would like to give the kill to somebody to give them experience, but I would also like to not expose anyone to fire, so we're just going to, yeah, that. We're just gonna that. That looks like the edge of the map. That's the edge of the map. Good. And over here, we're up in the moors of Scotland, and it looks like we dropped down in a corner, which is great. It means that the aliens are unlikely to be able to get us immediately. We're going to throw our smoke bomb to start things off right. Warhammer. Actually, we need those electro flares. Well, we'll just move everybody up a couple spaces and end the turn. And we can pass out electro flares as we walk over that space at the front of the ramp. Nope, come on, move up. A little bit hard to see what space you're clicking on sometimes. Okay, lots of hidden movement. That was a UFO door. Actually, not much hidden movement, only a little. Let's move the tank out a little ways further. So, Gretel Ostrich. Grab a flare, please. Drop down this way. Throw your flare out there. Okay. And then take cover at the base of this hill. As you can see, that goes pretty close to straight up. So if you're in cover right at the bottom of a hill, it's hard for anybody to see you. Which means it's hard for anybody to shoot you. Warhammer. Get down there. Throw your flare over that way. Okay, so we got it up on top of that, that little ridge area. And why don't you also take cover at the base of the hill, but you can also kneel down. Make it even harder to see you. Luke. Grab a flare, my man. Luke Danger, going all the way for the team. Alright. Let's move the tank out a little further. See if it can do some spotting. This is a little bit of a dangerous map, because we can't see what's on top of these plateaus. Now, some of these plateaus, there's no way for anyone to really get to. like this one, I don't think there are any aliens on top of there because I don't think there's any way to get on top of it. So that's fine. But some of these hills, there's all kinds of ways to get up on top of them. Adipose, I need you to have a flare as well. You can scatter in this direction and throw your flare up that-a-way. Great. You go down over there. Dartimus, I need you to join the flare crew. Throw yours up on that hill if you can. Good. I do like having this hill. Having this hill for cover is great. Trip. Take that. Let's run out this way and see if you can get your flare way over there. You're pretty strong. Good. Okay, so we've lit up a significant fraction of the map. I'm worried about this. I really am. I mean, on the one hand, I can't see it, so they probably can't see me. But on the other hand, at any time, an alien could literally just casually walk up to the edge of that ramp and just start spraying plasma fire down on us, which would be super, super bad. So let's get a couple more flares. Mazlog's not going to throw hers yet. And neither is Drunut. Drunut is going to actually need to go down that way and hide like that. Okay. Okay, so there's at least one or two in the UFO itself. Alright. Yeah, you can't get up here, can you? Oh, you can. There's a path that way. Okay, so that might be a decent sniper tower. The question then becomes, who's a decent sniper? Warhammer, maybe, to provide explosive overwatch. That would be cover from that side. Let's keep the tank rolling, because we really don't know where they're going to be coming from. Let's go up there. No sign of anybody. We're out past the flares, however. We still haven't found... We have found the UFO. There's the corner of it. Can't hardly see it. You can kind of see where it's defined by what I can't see. Who has not thrown their flare? Who still has one? Drunut still has one. Drunut, I need you to come over in this direction and just huck your flare as hard as possible. Out of range, out of range, out of range, out of range. Drunut, you weakling. You're no use to me. Okay, well that was kind of useful. I'll forgive you. Gretel Ostrich should kneel down there. Luke Danger, get up there where you can't be seen easily. We've already checked the top of that. And there's no aliens. Adipose. Take cover here. Dartimus, you've got some prox grenades. This kind of map actually sort of lends itself to prox grenade use. The only problem is you could fire weapons from anywhere in the map if you have line of sight. So cutting off alien routes is less useful than one might think. But we'll prime that, and we'll try to throw it way over here. Out of range. Okay. Well, now it's just a menace. 13. Can you throw it now? You can. Okay, so we've got a prox grenade right there. If any aliens try to come around that hill, they'll blow it up. And if they're sectoids, a prox grenade exploding will almost certainly kill them. If they're floaters, a prox grenade exploding will only probably kill them. Trip. You, actually, the rocket launcher is who I really want on top of one of these hills. Just kneel down and wait for now. And Civ, rush up here to join your buddy. Okay. Up. Oh, no. That was a purple projectile. There's only 2 purple projectiles in the game. One of them is bad news, and one of them is extremely, very, very bad news. But, fortunately, that alien is very, very close. Adipose, can you get a shot? No. If you step this way, you can get a shot. You get 2 auto shots or 3 snapshots. Let's take 2 auto shots. Wow, you almost hit the tank there. Even with lasers, your accuracy leaves something to be desired, but you got him. So, you know, victory, success covereth a multitude of sins. We're going to pick that up. Electroflares are very much reusable, so we're going to pick that one up. And we're going to throw it way over there onto that mountain. That should be about the edge of the map. Oh, well, not quite. Warhammer. You have explosive rounds, don't you? Can't shoot over that hill. Some items you can burn, and they provide light if you burn them. Like, that tree might be burnable. I don't really want to have Warhammer just firing willy-nilly, though. Let's use Maslog. Let's make Maslog move forward a little ways. And get a... What do you mean out of range? Come on now. Come on now. Get a flare up that way. Drunut. I'm really mostly worried about the UFO, but I really can't guarantee that there aren't aliens just hiding over here, lurking, cackling, waiting for something terrible to happen. Or rather, waiting to do something terrible to me. Let's get the tank moving towards the UFO. Okay, there's another one, right at the door. And he's holding... Okay, it looks to me like he's holding a small launcher. The small launcher is the alien item that fires stun bombs, which is much better than the other alien item that has purple projectiles, which is the blaster launcher, which fires small guided nuclear missiles. Getting blaster bombed is a terrible day. It's just a really bad time. Drunut, do you have a shot? Do you have a shot at him? No. Okay. Warhammer, this is what you're here for. You are here so that you can spray fire at these guys. Okay. A stunning display of incompetence. Up, up, up. There we go. There we go, you got him. Good job, Warhammer. I knew you could do it. I had faith in you the whole time. Ignore that incompetence remark. That was directed at, your brother? Look, the point is, you did good. You're gonna go far, kid. And Garag should be able to shoot around that corner because, as I said, XCOM draws line of sight from your right arm. Now, Trip. You get up on the mountain and kneel down. Okay. There's some plasma fire from behind the tank. See who's over there. Hello? Oh, he's right in the corner, isn't he? Well, that rocket went to Valhalla. Oh boy, that's awkward. We're not going to be able to shoot him without getting uncomfortably close. So instead... 48. Instead, let's see if we can give him a present. Out of range. Damn it, Civet. Can you throw it right here? Right there. Right there? Okay, it takes 13. You have 22 strength. I mean, you have 22 time units. Take one more step. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Right next to him. If he takes a step, it'll explode. So, we're going to have the tank move down here, where hopefully the alien will have to shuffle step a little bit in order to take a shot at him. Actually, are you capable of firing over this hill? No. No, I guarantee you're not. Absolutely not. Possibly if we took the tip of the hill off with another rocket, but I don't want to do that. It's a waste of a good rocket. Garag, why don't you grab that and throw it over here towards the UFO. That is out of range because you are a weakling. A pitiful, pitiful weakling. Yeah, you are absolutely a weakling. Well, throw it up there. Oh my goodness. Okay, throw it up there. You're a little bit exposed. I would be trying to knock holes in the UFO right now, but terrestrial weapons actually cannot knock holes in UFOs. They are too tough. They are constructed of materials beyond our ken. You just crouch there. Gretel Ostrich. Getting some cover over there. Warhammer. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. Everybody loves you. Except for the aliens that you've shot, at least. Adipose. Why don't you come up there? Where you can kind of, yeah, look in that direction in case that alien somehow evades the proximity grenade. As they do sometimes do. Dartimus guard that way. Trip Fields is done. Civet is done. Maslog. Maslog actually go all the way up there. Pick that thing up. Okay. Okay, smoke grenade went off. It doesn't seem to have taken a step. So it's evaded the proximity grenade. Or maybe it took a step away? It walked straight away and then around and evaded the proximity grenade that way. Let's take another shot at it with a rocket. No line of fire. I want to kill this guy. All we have to do is hit the ground. Surely you can hit the ground. Come on now. Okay, he hit the ground. He killed the... I'm not sure if we actually killed the alien because... But we killed the grenade. I think we knocked the alien down but didn't technically kill it, which is why there was no scream. Have to be wary of that proximity grenade. That proximity grenade will totally bone us if we come close to it. So I think it's time to start collapsing on the UFO. I will actually ring you guys in if anything interesting happens. But otherwise I'm going to go silent for a moment, because this is just going to be a lot of me slowly and carefully creeping up on this UFO. And establishing overwatch positions where I can take pot shots if anything comes out of said UFO. Like right there. Okay, anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so confirmed. This alien is down, but not dead. Now, the good thing about being down is aliens, as I've said before, are too dumb to pick up weapons. So being knocked down means that he's not actually a threat anymore. That alien's already dead. I'm going to drive the tank right over here, so if anybody pops out of this door, they will shoot the tank. You can also use this to, you can physically block UFO doors with the tank, which is an interesting little trick in order to keep the aliens from coming out after you. Okay, yep. We actually got a reaction shot there. Didn't hit anything, but we got it. That was what I was expecting. The alien came out, saw the tank, and went, "Ah, tank!" and started shooting at it immediately in an effort to kill it. Now, I had these guys set up. Unfortunately, a lot of them are not the ones with high reactions. Luke Danger doesn't have high reactions. Dardamus does. Dardamus is a fantastic Overwatch with 60 reactions, so he's just going to crouch there looking, while other people take the shots. Adipose, stand up. Spray him down with lasers, please. We do have these rocks right in the way, which are great cover for me, but also great cover for the aliens. Pop back down. Drunut. Take some shots. You are letting me down, Drunut, in a hardcore kind of way. 6 shots each at 32%. No hits whatsoever. Yeah, Drunut, you suck. The reason I'm using auto shot despite the lower... I think I explained this in the last one. Statistically speaking, auto shots hit more because you get 3 shots each. So a snapshot has a 50% chance of hitting. 3 36% chances of hitting are better than 1 51% chance. The downside is, of course, increased collateral damage. Oh, and that was the last one. Great. So, 0 casualties. That was our first really good mission. No casualties, 4 aliens dead, 6 corpses, and a live alien recovered who will die because I don't have alien containment. As well as a whole bunch of artifacts. We got the UFO navigation and the alien alloys. We did not get the UFO power source because we shot the thing down. And so, with it being shot down, its reactor blew up. Rodrigo has been promoted again, Adrian Shepard has been promoted to captain, and Luke Danger has been made a sergeant. I'll talk about the XCOM promotion methods well, I'll do it now real quick while we end, as I sell things. Basically, the reason why Rodrigo is getting promoted despite being currently unconscious in the medical wing with serious facial plasma burns is that when the AI looks to see who it can promote, it only actually considers the people who are at the next level down already. So in order to keep it from having to look at every single person, it only ever looks at whoever's at the lowest level. So what that means is the first person to get promoted in any playthrough is inevitably going to end up being your commander, being promoted first to the highest level, unless they are killed, because they are always the first guy at a certain level, and then everybody else, all other promotions, shove them upwards. Now, the total number of promoted soldiers you can have is determined by your total unit size, by the number of soldiers that you have overall. You can have as many squaddies as you want, and then there's a certain number of sergeants, captains, colonels, and eventually one commander. The numbers of sergeants, captains, and colonels are set by your total number of soldiers in the game. So that's why Rodrigo keeps getting promoted and why he's a colonel despite having accomplished nothing. As for what the promotions do, if you have officers of a higher rank on the field, your soldiers get a bonus to morale. If an officer is killed, everybody of a lower rank takes a morale penalty related to their rank. So it's good to have soldiers, it's good to have officers on the field. It is not good for them to be shot in the head. So we try to avoid that. I'm going to build another workshop just to kind of stay ahead of things. And I actually have enough money now that I could consider starting another base. Probably going to leave it until March, just to really build up the funds and kind of get things rolling. I am, however, going to take this time to hire probably another 10 engineers, and, well, let's make it 5 engineers and the rest scientists. I will also have to build another living quarters pretty soon because I've run out of living space. So that's going to be today's episode. We have actually been quite successful. We only lost 4 soldiers in this episode, and we took out 1 UFO with no casualties whatsoever. We can look at the memorial here. Yeah. The 25th of January is a day that will live in infamy, as is the 31st, to be honest. I mean, come on. 4 guys with 1 grenade? They were even spaced out. I hate healing grenades. When we get armor, as I said, that won't happen so much because the armor will deflect distant grenade throws. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to be a soldier, please sign up in the comments. As you can see, casualties are high, and we've only just started. They will only get worse. I will accept repeat soldiers from people who have died. They'll go on the end of the list after all the new people signing up. So if you haven't had a soldier before, you're going to get yours before I put in replacements. I am going to start mixing in soldiers from the forum thread, where people who have been in on my earlier XCOM forum LPs have been signing up for this. So you will see some names that you don't recognize from YouTube. Don't mind them. They're not thin men. They're not infiltrators. They're just, just regular, ordinary people who have been hired by a international Black Ops paramilitary organization just like you. And they die just like you will. Trust me, they will die. So, that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.